Hi, everybody. Good afternoon and good morning, good evening to the other parts of the world. My name is Grace Beley, and welcome to Let's Talk Live. So for today, I do have a special guest. Actually, I'm very proud and very humbled to have him for today. He's a family man. He's a digital business owner. He's a Christian, and he's also in real estate. And he will share us his journey today and share us the transformation in his life, all the things that have changed in his life because of this business. So without further ado, let me introduce you, Mr. Yuri Ching.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Grace.
Hello,
It's nice
Kuya.
to be here.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me here. It's a privilege.
It's my pleasure. And thank you for taking the time, Kuya. I know you're really, really busy.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Okay. And just wanna let our viewers know that I do have some questions for you about the digital business, and if you have enough time, we could share the journey that you have to all of our viewers today.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So my first question is who is Yuri Ching?
Hey, great question. Hope I can answer it. no, again, thanks for having me. I am Yuri Ching. I'm originally from the Philippines. I was born in Marikina. I grew up in Marikina. I graduated from the University of the Philippines. I immigrated here a few years ago. I won't date myself, but I immigrated to Canada and I studied here. And this is where I married my university sweetheart, and we have three boys, and I have one who started university last month,
Oh wow.
and I have another one in high school, and the youngest is in elementary. So I have a full-time job. I work in IT. I love IT. I've always been fascinated with IT, with computers. So the job that I have, I really love it. But I'm also a licensed real estate agent. So I do real estate on the side. Real estate is another passion of mine. Like I don't consider it as a job. It's something that I'm really happy doing.
Uh, that's a lot of hats to wear, Kuya. That's amazing.
You know what, if you're enjoying what you're doing, you don't see it as a chore, right? And somehow you find a way to do them.
Yeah. And I think your family, like your wife and your three kids, really inspires you because I can see it in your face.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? And that's actually part of the reason why, I started this online business. It's because of my family, but, we'll talk about it later. But definitely, my family is one of the reasons why went into this online business.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thank you for sharing that, Kuya. And for my second question, I want to know what is your reason, which is you mentioned already, but we're gonna tackle it a little bit more.
Yeah.
What is your reason for starting up the online business, like, and how, and when did you start?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thanks for asking that. So it's funny because my journey as an online entrepreneur, as a digital business owner, it's similar to a lot of other business owners experience. One evening I was just scrolling through Facebook and I came across this ad, and initially my first reaction was, it's probably a scam, it's probably fake, right? But I kept on seeing, this ad, and at some point, I just got interested. I said, hey, you know what? I work in IT. I work with computers. So you know what? Just because this opportunity is popping up on my Facebook, wall doesn't mean that it's a scam. So I spent some time, looked at it, looked at the ad, I read it, I tried to understand it, and at some point I realized, hey, you know what could go wrong? What do I have to lose, right? So I signed up, I attended the webinar, and the rest is history. So now I'm digital business owner. I started this business about a couple of years ago. And why I started it is, I mentioned to you a big part of why I started it is because of my family. You know, when you have a full-time job, in as much as you love your job, it takes up a lot of your time. A big part, a big chunk of our productive, actually a big part of the best part of our waking moment is spent at work, right? You work 40, 50, 60 hours a week.
Yeah.
And it leaves us with very little time, to spend with our family, especially with our kids. I have 3 kids, as I mentioned, and spending time with them, being able to play with them, do fun things with them, to travel. It's very important to me and my wife. And I realized that, in as much as I love my job, I have to also start, something that will allow me to spend more quality time with them. The other reason why I started this business is, when you are employed, when you're working with, for a company, there's always that risk, that threat of getting laid off. And it's kind of scary. When I was younger, when I was single, I couldn't care less about layoffs, because I figured I was young. If I get laid off, I could always find a job. But one day, it dawned on me that if I get laid off, I have 3 kids, 3 souls who are dependent on me. And if I lose my job, if I stop earning income, how would I provide for my family, right? So there's this saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And I know it's a saying, it's a cliche, we always hear it, but it's very important, because you always have to plan forward. What if these things happen? You have to have a plan B or a plan C. So that's those are the primary reasons why I went into this business, and I'm glad I did.
Yes. Yay, thank you. Well, I just want to share, Kuya, because I've been in your shoes too. I'm a mom as well, and what I did before was you work. I start my shift like 8 o'clock in the morning, and then you go home, and then you cook supper for your family, and then you still need to take care of. I'm not complaining that I still need to take care of the kids in the house. It's just that the energy that you have for the day is not enough because you already spend it working. And when you're at work, you need to hustle. You need to be fast and get out on time because you still have kids. You still need to go
Yes.
home and take care of the house and your family. So you need to hustle all throughout the day. And
Yes.
even like for my coffee break, I'm not able to get a a proper coffee break because you need to hustle. Like you need to do all the tasks that you need to finish,
Yeah.
and because of that, you have I felt like I didn't realize it before, but I felt that when I became a digital entrepreneur, that I was neglecting myself too because I wasn't sleeping better at night because you need to wake up early and do everything, like complete everything before you go out of the house, and you're not eating properly, which I like. My health was not that good prior, so thank you for the business because I have time. Like
Yeah.
my family's eating better. Like I can cook home cooked meals. Being able to take care of your family is really 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 amazing. And thank you to this business, I'm able to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a very good sharing, Grace. I am very grateful to this online business. I mean, for many, many reasons. I mean, we start this business, of course, because we want to make money. We want to have this additional income stream. Okay, so there's no ifs and buts. I mean, you go into this business to make money, and you'll make money. Okay, so this is a legitimate business that will, when you if you embrace it fully, if you take it seriously, if you treat it like a real business, you'll make money. But Okay, having said that, as I said, there's many reasons why I'm very grateful to this online business. One of the reasons is the fact that it opens your mind, to all the possibilities, right? When you are working, when you are an employee, you tend to take on a certain mindset, like you work 9 to 5, 8 to 4, 8 to 6, it doesn't matter, but basically you work Monday to Friday, and then it's always rush, 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 when you get home in the evening, and then on the weekend usually you're still rushing because there's so many things, errands or chores that you need to finish in preparation for the start of the following week, right?
Yeah.
And even though we are with our family in the evenings and weekends, we're not really with them because our mind, our attention, our time is spent on trying to catch up, on our chores and errands and other stuff, right? So for this online business, it really opened my eyes to the possibility that, first of all, I don't have to work. I don't have to have, I don't have to stick to my job until I am 60 or 65. All of a sudden I realized that, hey, you know what? With this online business, I can work on this, I can grow it. And, if I choose to do so, at some point, I will retire from my corporate world and just depend on my online business. And that's exactly what happened to my mentor. My mentor, Franco. I remember this. July of last year, I was in Mexico. We were in an all-inclusive vacation. I was just relaxing, right? Having fun. We were on vacation, and then he messaged me. He said, "Kuya, kuya." Kuya is older brother in Tagalog. For those who are not familiar with the term, so he was messaging me. He said, "Kuya, kuya, I just want to let you know that I'm actually planning to retire." And I was taken aback. I was sort of expecting that that's gonna happen, but I didn't expect it to happen that fast. But he said, I'm quitting. I'm quitting from my corporate job. I'm quitting the corporate world, and I'll be free, right? So I was really surprised, but I was very happy, for him. But that experience, that event, it sort of made me start thinking about all these possibilities, right? Because one thing that you have to understand about Franco, at that time, July of last year, he was only 29 years old. 29 years old, okay? And he quit everything, and the rest is history. Now he's a very successful online entrepreneur. He doesn't hold any jobs. He's not working for anybody. He's doing very well right now. He is stuck in the Philippines, spending time with his family, with his friends, and he's having the best time of his life. And it's all thanks to this online business, right? So that's one of the the things that I'm really grateful for this business of ours. It will really open your eyes to these possibilities that in life there are different um like there are different alternatives, choices that we can make, and there's more than one way of living a life. If you love holding a 9 to 5 job and you're happy with it, that's great. But all I'm saying is, there are other options, like you can start this online business, and in a couple of years, in a few years time, you never know, maybe you'll be able to retire also, like Franco did. I know that's my plan.
Yeah. It will happen soon, Kuya. I know. I've seen you, like I've been following your journey. Like I've said, I've seen you become a coach and a mentor. I've been following your journey, and I'm so amazed and I'm so humbled to see you grow ever since. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
thank you so much for inspiring us. And I just want to mention as well, like, because everybody has their job, everybody has their full-time job. It When you do this business, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna do this full time. It's really up to you. There are people who do this part time. There are people who do this as side hustle, and eventually they quit their jobs. Like Franco, you have mentioned, like he quit his full time job because he see the potential and the potential of this business, and
Yeah.
now he's doing it full time. So you don't need to do it full time like in one blast. You can do it gradually. You do it part time, side hustle, or full time, whichever. Like how much time you have in your hand. It really
Right.
depends on you.
The great thing about this business is, first of all, you'll be the owner. Okay, you own this business. Okay, the last thing you want if you have a full-time job is to have another full-time job, a second full-time job on top of the full-time job that you already have, right? This business, it will be yours. You'll be the president, you'll be the CEO. You can give whatever title you want to give yourself, but bottom line, you own this business. And the beauty of being the owner, being the boss, is you call the shots, you control how you spend the time. And like Grace, I am also busy. I'm married, I have kids, I have other personal commitments, stuff that I want to do. And the great thing about this business is you control how you spend the time, how much time you want to spend on it. So what I do is, during the day, I am busy, but in the evening, when I'm less busy, that's when I spend the time to check up on the business. The reason I mentioned check up is because our system, we leverage automation. Okay, so as I said, the last thing you want to have is another full-time job. Okay, and this business, it's not a job. Okay, it is a real business, a legitimate business, but more importantly, it is an automated business. Okay, so we have automation in place, we have a system in place, so that you don't have to spend like gazillions of hours to manage it. So when you start the business, you have to set it up, and don't worry, because we'll provide simple step-by-step video training. Okay, even though I have always worked with computers for most of my life, I learned how to become an online entrepreneur, how to become an online business from the training provided by this amazing, business. Okay, so don't worry if you're not tech savvy, if you don't know much about computers. I've learned everything that I needed to know to be successful in this business from this business itself. Okay, and as I said, it's automated. So if you're busy, like Grace, if you have small kids, or you have a full-time job, you know don't worry about it, because you're not gonna spend a lot of time. Okay, there are some investment of time required, of course, because you're starting a business. But once you've set up the business, it's so easy, and you control how much time you spend and when you spend it. Okay.
All right. Thank you for sharing that, Kuya. Well, in regards to what you mentioned, if you want to know the inside of this business, well, today is Tuesday, so I would like to invite everybody. It's Tuesday, so every Tuesdays and Thursdays we do have free live webinar. So you guys don't need to pay anything. So no payment required on this one. It's a free live webinar, 5 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. MST, and 8 p.m. EST. And to be able to save your spot on the free webinar, you need to register your name and your email address on our website. So my website is www.gracebeley.com, and Kuya Yuri's email address is heretothereNow.com. And if you do that, we'll be able to send you the link of the webinar. But if you don't want to wait, or you miss out if you're busy today and you missed out on the free live webinar, we also can send you a replay link. So you can simply message me or Kuya Yuri, and we'll send you a replay link, and you can watch it when you're free. So yeah, that's it. I'm about to share that. Sorry. All
No,
right.
absolutely. You know what? If you have been thinking of starting something that your future self will thank you for, do seriously consider this opportunity. Okay, I mean, if you're feeling a bit hesitant, a bit anxious, or you're really hesitating, you don't know, is this really, the right business for me? Why don't you just sign up? Grace has shared her website. Go to gracebeley.com, sign up. All you have to put in is your name, first name and email address. The reason we need your email address is because we're going to send you the invitation so that you can attend. And attend, listen in, don't worry. Nobody will see you, nobody will ask you questions, you don't even have to say anything, but attend, listen in, and learn about this amazing business opportunity. And if you're feeling a bit skeptical about this opportunity, you're on the right path. Okay, if you're feeling skeptical, that means you see something that is really good about this opportunity. And being a licensed real estate agent, uh, I mean this, this is a legitimate business. Okay, this is not a scam, this is not fake, it is a legitimate business. And spend the time, sign up, attend the webinar. You never know, maybe it's the opportunity that you've been looking for. Like I mentioned a few minutes ago, first time this opportunity popped up on my Facebook wall, I thought it was a scam, right? But I'm so glad that at some point I took the time, to look at this opportunity, to evaluate it on its merit. And as I said, the rest is history. This pandemic period, a lot of people got laid off. It's a very, very sad, very frustrating situation that a lot of people found themselves in. And it's across the world, like, not only Canadians, not only Americans, but everyone across the world were affected. But you know what I'm very grateful, because I have this online business, and you never know. In my case, this online business, it really got really busy, because a lot of people realized that online is the next big thing, right? And during the pandemic, when people were stuck at home, when they were unemployed, or because they couldn't really go anywhere, a lot of people look into the online opportunity, and a lot of people decided that this is the opportunity for them. So in your case, I would highly encourage you, sign up, attend the webinar, and learn more about the business. And if you have questions, just reach out to Grace. And you never know, it's really a really wonderful, like really a life-changing opportunity that is waiting, that is here, that's just waiting for you to embrace.
Thanks for sharing that, Kuya. Well, before we go on, I just want to do some shout outs to our viewers. So to Sebastian, hello, thank you for watching. To Kuya Soy, hello, thank you for watching. To Mom Michelle from Ontario, thank you so much for watching, Mom Michelle. To Ivy, who's watching from California, hello, Ivy. To Girly, hi. And to Rowena, thank you so much. And to Atelioni, thank you so much for watching.
Hello.
So we have a lot of viewers all around the globe. It proves that we're global. All right. I'm not so sure, Kuya, if you still want me to mention this. You actually tackled a little about this, but I'm just gonna mention it. If you could give us an insight on how this business has transformed your life.
Yeah, absolutely. As I mentioned earlier, I am really very grateful to this business, because it will really open your mind to all the possibilities in life. I mentioned before this online business, my strategy in life was to work until I'm 60, 65 and retire, and basically call it a career, and enjoy your retirement. But then I realized, what, when you retire at 60, 65, you'll be old. Okay, what you can do now, when you're in your 30s, 20s, 40s, even 50s, you may not be able to do when you're in your 60s, right? And definitely, being able to spend quality time with your growing kids, with your growing family, it's something that cannot really wait. You cannot tell your kids that, hey, you know what, I'm sorry, I'm busy, can you wait until, I'm in my 50s or 60s, right? Or, when I'm retired, and then we'll catch up. That doesn't work, right? Life happens now. So you have to embrace, you have to live life now, at the moment, here and now. So for me, all these opportunities, being able to start a truly legitimate, viable business that would, at some point, allow you to generate an income that not only supplements but could perhaps, surpass what you're earning from a full-time job. That's something that, I didn't really seriously entertain, right, until I learned this business. This business, it will generate additional income stream. And I've seen a lot of business owners who quit their full-time jobs to, because they've started earning way more money from this business, right? And the other thing is, you learn a lot of skills, a lot of training, a lot of life skills, and interpersonal skills you learn from this job. I have a full-time job. I love my corporate career. I'm a real estate agent. I work with a lot of people. I talk to a lot of people. But you know what? I learned a lot of things from this online business, and I'm still learning a lot every day. And that, I'm very grateful for that one. And the other thing is, when you become part of this, when you start this business, you'll become part of this amazing community of like-minded entrepreneurs. I mean, um, when you start something, you work with people, but just imagine this online business, you'll be working with people from all over the world. Like, before I started this business, I didn't know anybody who lived in Papua New Guinea, in Africa, in I mean, I know people from the Philippines, from the US, but only people that I knew from, from when I was in the Philippines, people that I went to school with, people, relatives, and whatnot. But thanks to this online business, like, I talked to a lot of people from all over the world, you know, frequently. Like, some of my business owners, some of my business partners, I should say, they live in Papua New Guinea, in Nigeria, in Europe, and the US and Canada, all over. So I am very grateful. Like, when you start this business, you'll not only make money, you'll really discover yourself. And there's really a lot that you'll discover, a lot of great things you'll discover about yourself.
Yeah. Well, I just wanna thank you for sharing that, Kuya, and just wanna mention about um what you said. You need to live life,
Yeah.
because I remember when I was working, my kids, like, after work and after supper, we're all in the couch and stuff, and they're gonna tell me, "Mommy, can we do this? Mommy, can we do that? Can we go here?" But deep inside, it's so heartbreaking, because all I can say was, "Sorry, I'm tired. I need to work tomorrow. Can we just lay down and go to sleep and stuff?" It's really heartbreaking for a parent not to be able to have time when your kids is asking you for your time. You need to have it,
Yeah.
because you're gonna miss it. And the thing about that is, the what do you call that? The feeling that you're gonna leave them, like, because they need you right that moment, and then you said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I cannot do this, I cannot do that." It's really heartbreaking, and that's one of the reason why I did this business, is because I want my kids. I want to be with my kids, and I want to be there on their growing years. And I don't want to give them only the time when I have time. I want to give them the time when they need me. So giving the time to your kids, to their growing years, is really, really
Yeah.
precious. And thank you to this business, I have that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know what? One other story I'd like to share is, I remember this a few years ago. It was one weekday evening. I think it was 8:30 p.m. Right, and at that time I had a different job. It was really busy. Like I used to work 16 hours a day and virtually 7 days a week. All right, and I remember. Uh, Two of my the two older kids, they were talking to me, right? They were trying to strike a conversation. They were telling me something about what happened in their day, right? And then I remember my youngest kid. He was a toddler at that time, very young, very small. He sort of walked between me and the two other kids, his brothers, and he says, hey guys, stop talking to dad. He's busy, he's still not done with his work. And it's kind of funny what he did, but at the same time, I was sort of really disappointed, to realize that, in the eyes of my kids, that 8:30 p.m. I was still working, right? Or at least in their eyes, that they couldn't bother me, that they shouldn't talk to me because I was busy, because I was at work, right? And it's really heartbreaking, just to think that, hey, you know what, if you have a job like that and you're always busy, and you find yourself not having time for your kids, or your kids think that you don't have time for them, it's really heartbreaking. And I just want you to know, okay, there are options, okay, there are alternatives, right? This is not a scam. This is not something that you start today, tomorrow when you wake up you have a big fat paycheck. Okay, but this is a legitimate business. This is something that you can start, that you will own, you can work when you're available. And you never know, you'll be surprised, because this is something, as I said, it's automated. Even if you're busy, spending time with your family, even if you're away on vacation or asleep, this business is working, right? And you never know, you start this opportunity now, in a few months time, in a year or two, you never know, maybe it will provide you with the opportunity to quit your job. But one thing that I would caution you, there's also a lot of business owners in our community who said that, hey, you know what, I'm starting this business because I hate my job, I want to quit my job. And a year later, or 2 years later, they, guess what, they still have their full-time jobs, because what they realize, okay, as soon as that threat of being laid off, or as soon as that risk, I guess, that of being forced to work, okay, when that mindset that you're no longer forced to work, they realize that, hey, you know what, my job is not that bad, it isn't so bad. And a lot of them, even though they've already started making very good income from this online business, they realize that, hey, you know what, I want to keep my job because I'm actually enjoying my job. Okay, so I just want to caution you, but it is a true story. And when you become a part of this community, you will meet all of these entrepreneurs, and you will meet and you will learn their different journeys as entrepreneurs. And you will see, we travel, like, our pace, the way we do things, we do it at different paces. And we have different whys of why we started this business. But hopefully you'll take this opportunity to learn more about this business, and to become part of this community and learn about all the possibilities available under the sun.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, thanks. Thank you for that, Kuya. And last actually, you always do, like, that's one of the reason why I keep following your journey, because there's always an inspiration in everything that you do. That's why, like I've said, I've been following you. So I just wanted to ask you, is there anything else you want to say to our viewers, or any advice that you can give them?
Yeah, absolutely. That one advice I want to share with you is, you know what, this business, it's a legitimate business, it is a viable business, it is a life-changing opportunity. And if you have been thinking of starting something, do give this a shot, give it a chance. It all starts by going to um, gracebilly.com, sign up. You don't have to give your full name. I know Filipinos, especially Filipinos, some of us have like six names. You don't have to give the entire name. Just put your first name, but more importantly, put your email address so we can send you the invitation, the link to the webinar. We have a webinar tonight. Hopefully you can attend it. But even if you're not able to attend, don't worry, because we'll send you the replay so you can watch it when you're available, when it's convenient for you. But this is really a life-changing opportunity. And you might think that it's too good to be true, but this is a real business. There's a lot of great things about this opportunity, and you'll learn all of it by attending the webinar. So hopefully you'll give it a shot. And um, you know when is the best time to start something that your future self will thank you for? It's always now. It's always now. It's never too late to start something. And you'll thank yourself for doing it. I know. I shared my life story with you when I was starting out. I thought this was a scam, but fast forward to now. I'm really very grateful because it turned out to be the right opportunity that I was looking for.
Right. Thank you so much, Kuya. And thank you so much for your time today, Kuya. I'm really, really honored to have you today. And you have inspired us and share your journey. It's really, really amazing. And I know a lot of people and a lot of parents are able to connect on your journey, because most of us here, like the viewers that we have and even our followers, are parents too, and they are also
Mm.
struggling. Not struggle, like, I mean, there are different aspects of struggling, but being able to be a parent and providing for our family and taking the time to take care of our family, it's actually a challenge. And I know you have opened their minds to a different option, like this webinar that we're having and the business that we're having. So I do hope that we'll see some of those parents tonight, and if they're busy, and then we can probably send them the link on the weekend,
Yeah.
and then they can watch it on their free time. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much, Kuya. It's really, really amazing to have you today. I'm so happy. I'm
Yeah.
just so happy.
It's my pleasure, Grace. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I do hope we can chat soon with your wife too. I know she'll watch the replay. But thank you so much for today, and
Yeah.
thank you so much, guys. I do hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much, Kuya.
Thank you.